समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I'm Snehesh Alex Philip. General Dhiraj Seth, an Armored Corps officer, today took over as the 31st Chief of the Army Staff from General Upendra Dwivedi, who superannuated on attaining the age of 62. An alumnus of the NDA, General Seth is the first officer from the Armored Corps to become the Army Chief since General Shankar Rai Chaudhary of 20 Lancers retired in 1997. General Seth also comes from a distinguished military family. His father, Lieutenant General K.M. Seth, retired as the Adjutant General of the Indian Army in 1997 when the new Army Chief was still a captain. His brother, Rear Admiral Ravnish Seth, is a serving flag officer in the Indian Navy. Incidentally, General Seth has also commanded the Bhopal-based 21 Strike Corps, the same formation once led by his father. Known within the military circles as a grounded, no-nonsense and operationally focused commander, General Seth has built a reputation as a straight-talking tankman who is unafraid to speak his mind. Officers who served with him describe him as someone deeply invested in understanding how warfare is evolving, from the extensive use of drones and electronic warfare in Ukraine to precision strikes, autonomous systems, and integrated battlefield networks. He assumes office at a critical juncture for the Indian Army. The force has over the past 2 years sought to plug immediate operational gaps, particularly after Operation Sindoor, through emergency acquisition of drones, loitering munitions, counter-UAS systems, and ammunition, besides reorganizing formations under new names to better suit emerging battlefield requirements. But military planners acknowledge that these emergency purchases, while operationally necessary, cannot substitute for long-term capability development. Many of the Army's flagship modernization programs continue to remain stuck in different stages of acquisition process, leaving combat and support arms awaiting upgrades in armored platforms, artillery, air defense systems, tactical mobility vehicles, communications, surveillance, and battlefield logistics. The delays cut across almost every major arm of the service. The Future Ready Combat Vehicle Program, or the FRCV, intended to be the future of Armored Corps, remains years away from induction. The Future Infantry Combat Vehicle project, conceived to replace the BMP 2 infantry fighting vehicles, is yet to translate into production despite years of discussions. Procurement of mounted gun systems, additional towed artillery, new generation air defense systems, and tactical mobility platforms has also moved slowly. Even at the infantry level, programs ranging from sniper rifles and anti-materiel rifles to battlefield surveillance equipment and tactical communications continue to await closure. During Operation Sindoor, the army had to redeploy specialized artillery guns from the northeast to Kashmir theatre to support precision strikes against Pakistan. It also resorted to emergency procurement of artillery ammunition from the US after expending significant stocks during the operation, underscoring the pressure on existing inventories during sustained operation. Now, a source tells me that General Seth comes with a background in long term perspective planning and capability development. There are severe critical programs across the force that now require momentum. That background distinguishes him from many of his predecessors. While General Seth has held key operational appointments, he has also spent a significant part of his career inside Army headquarters working on force planning, acquisitions, and capability development. So basically, from a military planner, he assumes the role of an executioner now. He is among the few senior officers to have commanded both the Southwestern Command and the Southern Command, providing him operational exposure across two major theaters. At Army headquarters, he has served as a colonel, capability development for the mechanized forces, brigadier perspective plans and acquisition, and later additional director general capability development. In these appointments, he helped shape Army's integrated capability development plan, worked on translating operational requirements into procurement proposals, and interacted extensively with the defense bureaucracy and industry on long term acquisition plans. Officers who worked with him describe him as equally comfortable discussing operational concepts and the complexities of defense procurement, an increasingly important quality as the Army attempts to modernize under tight capital budgets and competing national priorities. Yet, sources said, General Said's biggest challenge will not be identifying capability gaps. They have largely been documented over the past decade through successive capability development plans. The larger task will be converting plans into contracts, production lines, and equipment reaching soldiers. Many of the Army's qualitative requirements have already been framed. Several programs have received acceptance of necessity, while others have spent years navigating procurement procedures, repeated trials, changing technologies, and budgetary constraints. Military planners say the challenge before General Seth will be balancing both worlds, accelerating long delayed induction of tanks, artillery, air defense, and mobility platforms while simultaneously embedding new technologies across formation rather than treating them only as niche capabilities. While I sit here and talk to you, remember that several of my colleagues are traveling across the country to get you stories that really matter, to get you stories from the ground where the news breaks. And all of this comes at a cost. And hence, I request you to follow the instructions on the screen and become part of the growing print family. Because when you join the print family, it helps us to do the work that you expect us to do. For The Print, this is Snehesh Alex Philip. Do subscribe to The Print's YouTube channel for more such videos.